Hello, my friends, and welcome to tonight's episode of the League of Amazing Adventurers. Sorry for the delay. There was a fire. That's it. That's why there was literally a fire. So that's been solved.
It wasn't my fault.
It was not Ray's fault. Be proud of her or surprised. Your call, chat. But tonight's episode has the 100% Thirst Muppet free guarantee.
What?
That's what we're leading with?
Yeah, that's what I'm leading with because I'm still salty about that Muppet. But
Hello?
Abby froze. Yeah.
I agree, Abby.
We'll talk about that later. We'll talk about that another thing, but that's a fun thing that's existing in the world now. Anyway, last time we left our heroes, they had met up with Ellassandra in Ascendancy after realizing Ascendancy's entire soul had been, part of Ascendancy's soul has been taken away, and basically the part of his soul that dealt with self-control had been taken away, and he was going full bore towards Ellassandra. They thought that they would need to solve this, and Ellassandra, honestly being tired of the attention, agreed. So they journeyed into the basement of Ellasandra's house, which led into the catacombs underneath the city, where they discovered a hive of hags, aka Ellasandra's family. After making it through the hive surprisingly quietly, they managed to activate the magic circle that teleported them into the Baba Yaga's domain. After a brief encounter with the succubus, in which Ray started off the encounter by kissing them willingly, they made their way through the sort of in-between lands and have ended up inside the Baba Yaga's domain. When we pick up with our heroes, each of them has appeared in a sort of central field in a foresty type of region with a thick fog all around them. And no one else. Well, except for Nim, who, kind of clutching onto their robe, very embarrassedly, is Ellassandra. And this is where we will pick up.
Oh,
so,
boy.
Oh no! Do I have my sweet boy?
You have your sweet boy.
Okay, so we have a party of 3. I'm counting my sweet boy.
And I would like everyone to start tonight off by making me a will saving throw. Nim, you'll have a +3 to this because of Ellassandra being around.
Oh,
16.
well, that's a 16.
All right. Chip got an 18. Nice.
Is this a throw that's against effects that would make you controlled, such as dominate and to perception? I don't know. Does my ancestral suspicion help me?
It does not, but I'm so proud of you for remembering you have it.
I was going
Me
to ask
too.
if Abby did not.
How bad is it?
Okay, that's a 12.
Either one of us did great.
All right, Ray, what you got?
Oh no, I smacked my ear off.
What are we doing?
Will save.
Hold on, roll 20 still loading.
Oh, fair enough.
This entire time.
Oh, you might have.
time it's been loading.
You might have to refresh.
Yeah.
Then. Nope, there you go. But yes.
Okay.
So let's see. 16, and 18, a 12, and 11. Oh boy. Listen, I know I'm your GM, but you guys are seriously lacking some willpower.
Hello?
Woo!
Only a little.
Yeah.
Oh.
Roll 20 more like wait 20.
Yes, they've been a little bit slow lately, and I can say that because they don't sponsor us. Brah.
And never will.
Oh my God, Ray!
Is Ray the only
I'm
one?
sorry.
Oh no.
It wasn't
That's a lot of rolls.
I'm sorry.
Well, the first one's a 22, so Ray. So here's what's going to happen.
They
Nim,
weren't going through.
Chip,
Panic.
and Ray will succeed.
Huzzah!
You guys will take no damage from this. However, everyone else will take 6 points of psychic damage
That's all right.
as you feel a bit of a
okay with
pinprick
that.
come into your head at that moment.
Oh.
What even is my health? How much health do I even have at any given time?
That's not something you want to hear.
It's not something you want to hear.
Oh, you know what? It puts me at a nice even 40, so you know what? I'll take it.
There you
They
go.
put me at a nice even 50.
So, for our people who succeeded, that being Nim, Chip, and Ray, the fog, well thick, you can still see some shapes through it. Specifically, you can see each other And you can see in the distance what appears to be a hut of some sort.
A buddy system.
We're back to that. But for Lynx and Cassandra, who I'm very happy failed this, you guys are each going to see some other stuff. Lynx.
Uh-oh.
Within the distance of the mist, you see a number of humanoid figures. Of 4 to be exact. What would you like to do?
Party.
I'd like to make a perception. No, excuse me. I retract that statement. I'm gonna assume that it's my current adventuring party and run up to them.
Bold of you to assume that.
Yup.
As you do approach Lynx, it is in fact not your current group of companions, but a group of companions that you had once lost.
Mom?
And as you approach, they turn around, and each of their faces is a bone-cold visage of their former selves. The skin is tight, as if they've been freeze-dried and mummified. They're standing there just looking at you, Lynx. I need you to make me another will save.
Whoops. God damn it. Crit 20.
Nice.
Nice. With that natural 20, you will not take any damage. And you will notice
Delightful.
the effect begin to shift as they begin to walk towards you. You manage to disbelieve it and see through the illusion. And in the area behind it, there appears to be some sort of creature moving. It's skittering away almost. It's a large creature, several legs that kind of skitters off. We rejoin Cassandra. Cassandra, in the mist before you, you see what appears to be a battlefield. A number of Trelladarian people are on it. And basically, on one knee currently in the middle is who you'd recognize as Drevrin.
Well, hello.
What would you like to do? Oh, and thanks for the villain point, Shub.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
I'll ask him where we are and what's going on.
He does not answer. Do you approach?
Sure, why not?
Okay, as you approach, he doesn't appear to notice you. He'll kind of like, after you get close, he'll stand up. And as he turns around, it will not be his face on the body, but the face of your former husband.
Oh.
Oh, Jeff? I'm gonna back away a little bit.
Make me another will save.
Woohoo! Let's hope this works.
Wow!
Oh!
Hey, Cassandra.
God.
I just got that beautiful villain point.
Oh.
Oh no!
Who did that? Who did that? Who in chat is going to die tonight?
Can you re-roll that for me?
Re-rolling. Eat.
Watch it be another natural 20,
Babe. Someone in chat.
Oh,
Okay.
A dirty 20.
Still a success. You will not take any damage. But the illusion will not be broken. And you will hear in the back of your head, interesting. The one who had a hand in my making has come to my domain.
Pardon?
And with that, we'll jump back to the rest of the party. So, Chip, Nim, Ray, and Ellassandra. Hello! You guys are all... I don't know why I did that.
Ellassandra?
No, it's not. It's just my brain.
Hi.
You guys are found each other in the mist. You see a silhouette of a hut in the distance. What would you like to do?
Go towards it.
Okay, Ray is running towards the hut.
Oh dear. Alright, I follow after Ray because she may need healing.
Yup, I give a shrug to Ellassandra to be like, this is how we do, and just run after Ray.
Still holding on to your robe. So she kind of
how
runs with you.
embarrassing for her.
How embarrassing for her.
And yeah, as you guys break through the mist, you will see a small hut with a small garden outside of it. The door is ajar currently. Ellassandra will say, "This is her domain." She kind of looks at all of you. We will have a little bit of time depending on how long your friends can keep her occupied. And she'll kind of start going in towards the hut.
Oh, she's in the mist. Oh dear.
Have to search this house for something of ascendancies very quickly then. All right, let's go.
Yep. So yeah. When you guys enter in, the decor becomes oppressive. The sort of light, sort of magical sunlight from the outside is now replaced with just darkness and gloom. Throughout the entirety of this hut, there's little cages hanging from the ceiling, one of which has like a pair of blue hands in it. They're just kind of like grabbing at the edge, trying to be free. There's a variety of vials and bottles around the place. And Ellassandra will just immediately go towards the vials and say, "She put it in a vial. We need to find that vial."
Okay. Let's
That was
look
terrible.
through the vials then. Can I
Alright.
roll perception?
Yep, make me perception checks if you want to look through the vials.
Oh, much better for Nim.
There we go. 21.
Nice, that's a success. Ray, perception check?
Got it.
Percepzione.
That's a reflex.
Oh,
Whee!
Ray is motivated.
Ray and Nim, the two of you got a success, as did Chip. It was a pretty low DC. So you guys are going to find 3 interesting vials. Number 1.
I would like to drink them.
Now let me explain what the vials are first, Ray.
Girl.
Drink.
Number 1,
Ray-
each of the vials has a different name on it. The first of which is Ascendancies. Nim, you'll find that one. Chip, you will find Ascendancies vial. Nim, you will find a vial with Ellasandra's name on it.
I'm gonna grab that.
And Ray, you will find a vial with... let me make sure I get their name right.
Chug.
What?
I chug.
You chug the first vial you see? Okay, you chug the vial. Make me a will save.
Uh-oh.
Yay. Uh-oh, someone made a stinky.
Uh-oh, stinky.
I don't know.
25.
Oh boy.
Okay, Ray, you don't become paralyzed, but a number of memories rush into your brain.
Ooh.
This tastes spicy.
Did she just drink a part of someone's soul?
She did.
Spicy memories.
I mean, we're in a hag's house.
This tastes spicy.
It does taste very spicy, in fact. Ray, as you drink that, I'll tell you those memories that you gain. They kind of flash before you, but you don't really get a chance to take them in at this moment. They'll be fed to you through other means. But you're all
my
still
butt?
in this hut.
We are also
Ellassandra says, "Okay, we found what we need. There's one more little thing we can do in here." She just will kind of like point to what appears to be like a large sort of like a large stone that has like a rock betwixt through it. That is her connection to my family. Ray, I need you to break something for me.
Yeah!
Right tools for the right job. No offense.
Yes.
Do you want me to break the rock?
I'd like
I'm
you
confused.
to break the rock.
Okay, but first I want everyone to give me their vials.
I have something better, Ray, and I'm going to use the remnant of the author,
Okay.
and I'm going to make, it's not going to last very long, but I'm going to make Ray a sledgehammer.
I was gonna use my face.
I mean, this seems more fun, doesn't it?
Okay, again, I was just gonna.
Ray, make me an athletics check.
45!
Yeah,
You're on fire tonight.
You smash
Good for
that
Ray.
rock, Ray, like it is the patriarchy. It's just bam.
I did it, now what?
Well, that will happen. We'll jump back to Cassandra quickly. Cassandra.
Woo!
This vision continues to coalesce, and then it disperses. And sitting before you is a large mushroom that has like a smaller mushroom as a stool. Please, sit down. It's been so long since we've had a chat, dear.
Okay. Sit down.
All right. And then from the
look
fog,
around for this person.
and then from the fog will come a hunched over old woman. Her features are very like a very classical like old witchy woman type of look. But as like the humanoid figure walks out of the fog, behind her you see like a very large dark shadow. And there's like several sort of like spidery-esque legs behind her.
Hate that.
A Drider hag, if you will.
Oh no, that's a nightmare.
Oh.
And like this like large sort of spider centipede body will wrap around the area that you're in and encase you.
All right.
And she'll kind of like put her hands beneath her chin and rest them in front of her.
I'm sorry, have we met before?
Not personally, but I do owe you very much, child.
Oh, I guess, well, if you owe me, then you can tell me where my friends are and let me get on to them.
Oh, they are collecting the payment to make us even.
Oh. Forgive me, I don't really know to what you're referring.
You wouldn't. That's the part of the deal we need to finish off here, dearie.
Oh, well, I suppose if I made a deal, I should honor it.
You did not make the deal. You were the first deal. He
Oh,
kind of smiles and is like, you are what made me the most powerful of my kind. Granted, by wiping out the rest of them, but still.
I'm sorry about that.
Do not worry, I did not like them. Far too many regulations put into place. They were so concerned with ensuring the rest of the world bent in knee that no one ever thought about their own position in the world. I managed to collect their power after you finished them off, and it allowed me to attain perfection. And she kind of smiles as she moves her hands, and that like insectoid body behind her shifts a bit.
You know what they say, beauty's in the eye of the beholder.
Magical perfection, dearie. Beauty does not matter if you have power.
Suppose.
She'll just kind of look down at you.
Do you have a name?
I have thousands of names. Every name of every soul that has fallen in the Magiscard wastes is mine. I hold all of them, and she kind of like points to like a necklace around her neck right here. Every soul. And they feed me and power me. It's why I'm able to offer such boons to people who need them.
Can I ask you a question?
You may.
So, if you have all the names and the souls of everyone who perished in the Magiscard Wastes, call it curiosity, but would you happen to recall the name of my husband?
I do not have his soul.
Oh, so he didn't die in all that.
There were two survivors of the ones who did the deed, dearie. You were one of them.
Bum, bum, bum.
Is he still alive? Am I still technically married? Oh.
I mean, marriage is
I'm
such a...
seeing someone, and I don't want to, make things complicated.
Miss Ma'am running around on your husband.
Just kind of like pauses for a moment and says, I do not think you could be married to him anymore.
I suppose that's good, but pray tell why?
Well, he's simply not here yet. Though I suppose you could strike a relationship with one of his agents, but I think that's a little bit too much for free. And she'll kind of like uncoalesce it. It's like, you and your friends will be given free exit of my domain as a personal favor for the one who gave me so much power. She kind of like leans in towards you, boops you on the nose. And do be weary, because while the lifeless husks of those walk that wasteland, I get to keep all the souls who fall there. She smiles and she skitters back into the fog.
One more question? No? Okay. Oh dear.
The fog will clear up at that point, by the way.
Oh, how do I tell this to Lynx? Oh, she has his friends. Oh, dear. And I just start tick, 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 over to them.
As the fog does clear, everyone at the hut, you will be able to see coming towards it is the figure that I described in the last scene. The old woman with like the large insectoid body behind her.
Oh, we gotta go.
Scatter.
Very casually coming towards it. And she'll like say very loud in a very loud booming voice, "You've had what you came for, kids. Now get out."
Don't
I mean,
have to
sure.
go Wise.
Yeah.
Before we go, can I make one quick perception check in the cages? I want to see if Ellasandra's familiar is being kept here, because I know she had one.
Make me a perception check.
28.
Well, you don't see anything in a cage. You do see on a lovely pedestal, in a very well-kept glass jar, a skeleton of an owl.
Oh.
I'm gonna swipe it and run.
As you guys are making your way out of the hut, she kind of stands and says, "Oh, dearie me, child, you've done a little bit more than I thought you would." That's fine. All's fair, after all. And the price your family paid can now be repaid in full.
Was that directed at me or Ellassandra?
She was clearly directing it at Ellassandra.
God damn it, Nim. You did it again.
See, this is why I like my gun. It doesn't ask for things. It doesn't require shady deals. I just have to, clean it and give it the occasional little bit of ammo.
I'm now really tempted to have this woman wave her hand and have Chip's gun just like say in Chip's head, "Feed me the blood of your enemies." But
I mean, what makes you think I don't already have that nightmare?
that's fair. But yes, this creature will kind of coil themselves, I guess is the best word, around their hut once you've exited it, and like rest their elbows on the rooftop like a table. It looks as though your exit has collapsed, so we will need to find you another way out of here.
Can I see these guys yet?
Yeah, you can see them now.
Oh, I'm gonna shuffle over to Lynx and be like, I don't know if now's a very good time. But I'm gonna like whisper into his ear. I'm like, she might have your friend's souls in the necklace.
I don't think I'm here.
Yeah, you're there.
Oh, you're not here. Okay.
No, Lynx,
Oh,
you're
you're
there.
not.
I'm there?
The fog cleared up. You can see this.
Oh! I didn't realize that applied to me as well. I
Yep.
thought I was still trapped in it.
Oh no, it applied to everyone.
No problem.
I was like, I'm pretty sure she has your friends' souls. You know, the ones who I might have accidentally killed in the waste. Anyway, they're in the necklace. She has everybody who died in the waste in the necklace.
Let's get the necklace!
Ray, I think she could probably turn us all into frogs with the wave of a hand.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
I
wouldn't do
would-
frogs, dear. That's too high class.
And then she'd probably eat them.
It might be a problem for another time. I do have many concerns about.
So all we gotta do is smash the necklace.
All right. Make me an attack roll, Ray.
Oh.
Probably should have brought this up at a later time.
Only.
What, an attack roll?
Yeah, make me an attack roll with your unarmed strike, with your one punch.
Okay.
I'm just
Nice
going
knowing
to
ya.
pull out their stat block because of the changes Roll20 made. The chat bar can't be its own thing anymore. So I'm actually going to use the physical book stat block for what she is.
Yeah, that probably didn't work.
A 19, I think that will critically miss her. Let me just double check. Norn.
What?
Do.
A Norn.
She's a Norn?
I don't think you're allowed to call people that.
Oh!
I love the people who know what those are getting very scared at me saying that.
Oh!
I don't know what that is. I have no ever-loving clue.
Just
Still
sound
scared.
bad.
Where the heck are you, girl?
Should I use that hero point this early on?
Do you want to?
Ooh.
You're free to.
Ah, okay,
That's a
let's
trap. That's a
just
trap.
see.
Let's see what happens.
Yeah, no.
That's yeah.
That roll wasn't better.
Oh God.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy.
This wasn't meant to be.
No, it was not.
184. Thank you, table of contents.
It do be like that, huh?
A 17 will quadruple critically miss.
Yeah, that makes sense.
He's just flexing on us right now.
Qua. Qua.
Uh-oh.
Croissant.
I just drink shit and hang out. So like, don't mind me.
And then, what do we want to do to you?
It was in this moment she knew. She done
She
fucked up.
fucked up.
mean,
As
we
you
were all
do
kind
that,
of-
she'll just kind of look down at you all and say, well, that was cute. She'll wave her hand,
I am.
and you all just stop in place. As she has cast Time Stop.
We're so fucked.
And you just see her as she's like prowling around you all, drawing out into the ground beneath you a bit of a circle.
She is now the action economy.
Yes, she is.
Shut up!
One ring to find
To rule them all.
find your way home. One to find your way safely.
And in the darkness bind them.
One line for your souls.
One line to hurry it up.
And one line.
I can't say that. I'm frozen.
For fate to treat you all kindly. She'll slam the staff to the ground as the spell ends. And you guys will find yourself where the front lawn of Ellasandra's estate should be. but the building has been replaced with a sinkhole.
Uh-oh.
Kind of crawling out of the rubble. Ellassandra, I survived for you.
Do we have any chloroform left?
No, we have his vial, right? Do we know what to do with it?
Yes, we just need to feed it to him, and he'll be fine. Who has his vial?
Chip.
Okay.
Chip should have it.
Okay. Now, may I?
Yes?
So take the vial, uncork it,
No.
and feed it to Ascendancy.
To be fair, she knows we'd probably kill her if she did that.
Yes.
She has no magic to defend herself, so I don't know what the fuck else she could have done there.
Yeah.
I mean, and we've beaten her before, and she had a team then.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so she'll feed it to Ascendancy, and he will just conk out.
Good for him.
Like he'll say,
I wish I could do that.
"Oh."
Oh.
I'd say that's a pretty good success.
It's
Yes.
just nap time. It's fine.
A pillow or a... Oh, this poor thing.
Well, not my problem anymore. And she'll kind of like wipe her hands clean. Huh. Looks like I'll need to find a place to stay.
Lynx fully rolls his eyes.
Cassandra goes, what about with Nim?
It just kind of looks over to you, Cassandra. Well, I don't think Nim would have me in that sense, dearie.
I think it would be gauche beyond belief to bring an uninvited guest into the home of a grieving friend.
Oh, right. I have that. Nim, thank you for once. Your babbling has reminded me of something.
You're welcome.
She'll kind of go into the pack she was carrying with her. It's like, our mutual friend asked me to look into something for her. These are my findings. She'll kind of hand you a book. This was before her father had passed away, so I do not think I should deliver it myself right now, but I think you will be quite capable of doing so for me.
Oh, Ellassandra, I have two things for you. This, and I hold up the vial that has her name on it.
She looks at it,
And I also...
and there's like a look of just like complete confusion on her face for a moment.
Feed it to Ray. No.
I'll drink it!
No. Oh, Nim holds it like as far above her head as she possibly can out of Ray's reach.
If you want, Nim, you can make a, I would say, Arcana or Occultism check to try to figure out what's in there.
Sure.
It's her babies.
Oh, gross.
Gross.
Oh, nope. No goddamn clue.
And an 11's not good enough, I'm afraid. Some part of
No, I
Ellasandra's soul is in that vial. Chip, would you like to attempt it?
Yes, I'd be delighted.
With a 20, that'll be enough.
Oh.
Chip, the dull glow of it is a sort of like pinkish, has a sort of pinkish hue to it. And in a lot of sort of occult rituals and such, that coloring is attributed to compassion.
That's so sad.
That
That
is sad.
explains a lot.
Yeah, it does.
Nim, be careful with that one.
I'll hold on to it.
No.
No.
I have a very solid...
You probably aren't actually
grip on
interested
it.
in this one, Ray. Trust me.
I want to help.
Did you, Ellassandra, not know that she had this?
I knew that my existence was part of a price my family paid to her. Did not realize what part of it was.
Well, I think this belongs to you.
She'll kind of like take the vial, go into her pack, take a little bit of like a twine and tie it around the top of it. Put it around her neck.
Are you not going to drink it?
She'll just kind of point towards Ascendancy. It's like, you saw the change in him after a short time of their soul being separated. I do not know what this will do to me, so I'm going to ensure I'm in a safer place when it does.
Yeah, this is a bad spot to be doing this. Oh, I also have, and I pull out, I give her, I keep it in my cloak for a second. I said, this is a bit macabre, but it was weird seeing you without your familiar, so I thought I'd check, and I'm really sorry about this, but maybe this is something that might help. And I hold the glass jar with
As you hold the glass jar out, it's a glass jar with a thin layer of dust in the bottom of it.
Fuck.
It had a bird skeleton in it. Damn.
She'll kind of just take it.
Nim.
Thank you, Nim. Well, since it appears as though I am now... And she'll, like, literally struggle to say this. Poor... I think I'm going to go and get my life a bit together.
Wait,
So,
where are you going? Where are you staying?
do you honestly care?
Actually,
No.
I kind of do.
Cassandra goes,
No, stop that. I just don't like the idea of you prowling the streets unchaperoned. And also, I think you should be here when Ascendancy wakes up because you have some explaining to do. And
That's
is
a
your
good point.
responsibility to take accountability and not mine.
If you're lucky, perhaps he will take pity on you and he might be able to help.
I think I've taken enough from him already. Kind of just looks at you all.
That's...
Well, if it makes you feel better, I will stay with him until he awakes.
That would make me feel quite a bit better.
Chip is going to pull from his coat, just a notepad he keeps with him and a pencil, and he's going to write down an address, tear it out, and despite really wanting to rub this sort of thing in, is going to be completely straight about this and gives her an address for like a soup kitchen that he is aware of.
Oh.
And I know you probably will die inside by several degrees even entering such a place, but it's better than starving, and do with it as you will. And I just give her the address.
She'll kind of look over to you and say, well, I hope it doesn't come to that. I have a little bit of my own funds in a reserve of sorts that I can make use of.
I mean,
but
you could always do the traditional thing and become an adventurer.
I did think of doing some traveling now, if I'm being honest with you. There's a few sights of the world that I would like to see.
Okay, then do it.
I mean, it's good advice. Make your dreams come true. No.
I don't suppose you have any idea of how long it might be until he wakes up.
Well, I don't have any plans for the remainder of the day, so it doesn't really matter, but probably sometime.
Okay. I feel bad leaving him here like this, but I really should go find Gwendolyn.
Yes,
Oh,
Okay, I'll go and then I'll be back, maybe.
Nim, before you do go, one warning for you. It pertains to what Gwendolyn asked me to look into. Your family is not the only family from Treladar with wealth that has left Lutania recently.
Huh. Interesting.
And when you do give that book to Gwendolyn, I would recommend you read it as well.
Understood. Okay. I have to go. I'll be back. At least I'll send Merle. Oh, for goodness sakes, put a blanket over him or something, and him.
I'm
Speeds off.
working on it. She kind of like walks towards the home, looks towards the rubble, realizes that pretty much everything in there's destroyed, sighs a bit, takes off the coat she's wearing, throws it over her ascendancy, and just kind of sits there on the ground like.
Good for her.
And then when I go, do I sense a slight amount of like tension between you and Ellassandra, or am I completely reading things wrong?
I mean, no. I think there's always been tension there. She's kind of rude to me, and
No, but
I
like
think
tension.
I don't understand what you mean.
I mean,
Lynx is
besides all
going
of that,
to.
she's very pretty.
Lynx is going to come out of his kind of stupor. He's still not really recovered from what Cassandra's told him. And pull out the bedroll that's in his adventurer pack and offer it to Ellassandra.
She will take it, set it up, and sit on it herself for a moment, look at you, realize what it was for, and put ascendancy onto it.
As she looks at him and realizes what it's for, he's just gonna shrug. Like, as long as someone uses it here, it's fine. Mostly he's doing that to avoid the conversation Cassandra's trying to have with Nimbus.
Fair enough.
However...
And like, as you're saying this, like, Cassandra's having this conversation out loud with Nim, right? Ellasandra's just kind of sitting there chuckling to herself.
I am walking away, so she might
Yeah.
not be able to hear it. We're at least like a good 40 feet away by now. Like, Nim's gay power.
Cassandra's absolutely just trying to distract herself from everything she's just learned.
That's fair.
Nim is gay power walking.
And it's great. So yes. Let me ask you this, y'all. What would you like to do next?
Well, we have another mystery to solve, I think, don't we?
Maybe one or two.
Well,
Lynx is very clearly bothered by what Cassandra has told him.
I'm so sorry. I should have waited. I didn't think there was just a lot, and I figured I should tell you before other things might get in the way. And I'm so sorry.
He seems to look past you as you tell him all this. There's just a lot of empty space in his eyes. The rubble of Cassandra's once proudly standing mansion is a perfect metaphor for how this man is feeling. That said,
I did promise emotional trauma.
he has no idea what to do.
Professor,
yes, sir?
would you happen to know anything about any agents that might have recently been popping up of somebody who might not have completely reincarnated yet?
I mean, it's possible, but I'm kind of curious how you think I would know that.
You're a professor?
That's a very good point.
You've got tenure?
My tenure!
Tenure. It gives me special powers.
Make an occultism check if you wish to the mummy this. If you wish to Brendan Fraser this.
Oh my god.
23.
Woo!
My tenure gives me super strength. No.
You're a tenured professor that's also a duskwalker like me.
I don't know what you mean.
It's interesting because, like, referring to someone as agents, Chip, in most like sort of literature and sort of studied material, that often refers to people who are in service to some sort of being or some other sort of person. And an
Or an
agent
organization.
is often given certain privileges depending on their ranking. That's what Chip as you go into that and start thinking about exactly what would make an agent for something like this. It's like an agent of someone who is reincarnating, perhaps a lich, perhaps and just like a number of sort of different reincarnating things will come into your brain, but you won't have any specifics.
It's a little vague. I admit. I'm sorry.
That's fair. I feel like I need to have a conversation with Drevrin. If you'll excuse me. Oh dear. She'll just kind of like go off to a corner and like go to the ring and go, Drevrin, are you there?
If at all possible, Will,
Mm-hmm.
I would like to just, now that we're back on the street, look for the nearest. I imagine there's like a daily newspaper, right?
There is.
So I'll flag down a nearby urchin.
It's been a little bit spotty lately, as some of them have beginning to trying to make a union.
I mean, good for them.
Yeah, there's been a number of sort of just paper holdups because of the fact that a number of these paper boys have been trying to get together and get better working conditions for themselves and better pay.
As long as they're not dancing and singing in the streets, I cannot stand that.
Yeah, Santa Fe doesn't exist in this world.
Um,
Get over it.
But I wanted to scan the local paper for any information about oh goodness, what's your friend's name whose dad is just
Gwendolyn Buka.
yes. Any information that way?
There's actually a fair amount.
Ooh.
As with his death, there's been a scandal as well. It appears as though the Buka family had been receiving large amounts of funding from Trelladarian interests.
Now hold on. Now, to be fair, how yellow is this newspaper?
God.
How yellow?
How
is it?
aged are we talking?
It's
No, I mean how much of a tabloid is this?
Oh, it's
Is that boy on the cover?
No, it's like the Brightall Press. It's a standard one. It's not like the Brightall Sun. That's a sketchy paper, but the Brightall Press.
Yeah, that's a rag.
That's a rag.
You won't believe how these oracles are making money.
The Brightall Sun is only really popular because once a year they do this thing where they put clues in about the city and you can get gold by going to the location before anyone else.
But what about the bright old gal on the last page? That's a big draw.
Is that still a thing?
I have no idea. I haven't opened the Sun in years.
I haven't either. But yeah. It is like a Brightall Press. It's like a Washington Post equivalent. So it's a very prestigious newspaper.
Well, I relay this information to the group. This is an interesting wrinkle, to say the least.
Oh, Trelladar.
To be clear, is everyone walking with me to my apartment? Is that
Yep.
is that what's happening?
Yes,
Can
pretty
anyone
sure.
stay behind?
I wouldn't be mind if someone were to put me into the bag of holding up to my chest so I could read the paper but not have to worry about walking into anything.
I think Nim, in true Nimbus fashion, is power walking while reading the book that Ellassandra gave her, which is something that I just imagine Nim does a lot.
It is
The power walk?
It's a pretty dense book, but it's going into a number of sort of economic things that have been happening within Lutania and within Brightall specifically. It's going into a large number of politicians who appear to be getting a number of through a variety of means, basically funding from Trelladar.
Oh my fucking
Through
God.
shell corporations and things like that. It's very well hidden.
This is a big scandal. It's quite widespread.
And a number of the sort of names on this list, Nim, you're able to remember because you've had a keen interest in what's been happening. But the local vigilante, a number of these names are people the vigilante has killed.
She killed
How
her
many
own
of
father.
these? Well, we don't know that. Nim says, having heavy suspicions that she actually has done that. Besides Senator Buka, what names do I recognize on this list?
Oh, there are several. Essentially, we'll go in without going down a list of fantasy names.
Get out the name generator, Will.
Without going down a list of fantasy names, it'll essentially go into like the leading aspects of the equivalent to basically Lutania's like heavily like old money families. Like a lot of like the older money families who had businesses that were established for years that were getting competition coming in from like outside of the country and were like bringing down their money, had been supplementing their income with money from Treladar.
Mm-hmm.
It appears as though like the old families were trying to get together to create a sort of like economic power play to crash the status and the bank rules of the other non sort of like Lutania built families.
Were they purchasing GameStop?
No, they
Shut up! The Lutanian hedge funds.
No, they were, but yes, it's literally that. It would be the equivalent of a Lutanian hedge fund. Like it's all this old money trying to like conglomerate itself so that they can remain in power.
Well, I know my family is outside of the range of this vigilante, but what about the Alaract family? Because I'm a little bit worried Ascendancy is going to wake up and find that he has family members that have been assassinated.
Well, the Alaract family, while they are old money, they didn't appear to be part of this conspiracy. They never really went into the politics. It was more the political families.
Right.
Like the lobbying families or families that hold like seats on like the Senate in the area.
Yeah. Yeah. That's not good.
Yeah. A little bit of political corruption.
Yeah, a little bit of political corruption. All right. Well,
A little bit.
Just a bit.
yeah, Nim's reading it and power walking and...
I love going to a fantasy world for escapism.
Oof.
Ouch. Yeah, I don't know how long it takes me to get to my apartment. But,
Probably about 45 minutes. There's like a crowd going around Ellassandra's home, former home. She's probably moved Ascendancy. Well, because a large building just collapsed randomly.
Yeah.
Would do it.
Like, if you think about it, this building would like take up like a full block. Like, they were a very rich family, and it just...
Yeah.
I mean, not our problem anymore.
He's not wrong.
So yeah, you will make it to your apartment building. Door is locked, but you have a key.
Team, can I ask that you wait outside for just a moment? I don't want to bombard her with people.
Ray walks
She's in a
in.
bit of a state. I haven't opened the door yet.
Ah.
Ray walks into a door.
Careful, Ray. We're learning.
Into the door.
Bonk.
I'll pick up Ray like a toddler on my hip and be like, we'll be fine.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I'll be right back.
That's
and
okay.
I do that thing where if you've ever like gone into a home or out of a home when there's like a dog yipping at the door, where you just open it as scantily as possible and slide in and then close it and lock it very quickly.
As she goes in, I hold open the funny pages to Ray. I'm like, look, this cat hates Mondays. Isn't that hilarious?
I'll like
yes.
turn her on my hip so she can see it and
Relatable.
bounce her a little bit.
Relatable.
Isn't it just?
Actually, I need to make a call, Ray. I'm going to need you to plug your ears, okay? And then, as I hold her on my hip and I'll go to my ring, I'll be like, Drevin, I think we need to talk. It looks like my ex-husband might be reincarnating eventually. and he might have some Agents of Doom type situation going on. So I just wanted to let you know so you'd be aware. I don't want to worry you too much. I hope everything's going okay with the impending war over there. I hope you're doing all right, getting enough sleep. Call me back. Bye.
How's the weather?
What
So,
are you wearing?
We'll get back to that response in a moment. Nim,
I'm still bouncing Ray on my hip like a toddler.
the apartment that you enter into is silent.
Like a grave.
When I'm home.
No answer.
When? I'm gonna knock on the bedroom door. She might be taking a nap.
No answer.
I'm gonna open the bedroom door a little bit.
It is dark. The drapes are over the window.
Can I maybe do like a very slight little dancing light? It's nothing obnoxious, just like a calm.
The dancing lights
glow.
for your friend who's on a hangover is what you'd like to do.
Not like I said, like just maybe like a chill glow. Nothing that's
Okay.
directly in the line of sight.
Yep, you can.
Gwen, are you in here?
There doesn't appear to be anyone in this room.
There's no one like hiding under the covers or.
And as you begin to look about the room, you notice that one of the drawers in the dresser is ajar, and it's been emptied out.
Look at all these doors that are just jars.
I said ajar. Thank you.
It is a jar.
It's a jar.
A jar?
But is
But-
When
it
is a
a
door not a door? When it is a jar, and that is the truth.
Well, with that being said,
Lynx is struck dead by a bolt of lightning.
no, that's too kind.
God, finally.
But yes, the dresser drawers appear to be emptied out. On top of like a sort of, God, I'm calling it a glamour chest in my mind now because of this, because of starting
a
at Final
vanity.
Fantasy. But on top of like a boudoir type of thing, there's like a large sack. Just on it says, "May not be able to make it back for some time, Nim. 3 months rent. Sorry."
Thought maybe she left you food.
Here's some food.
Is it literally just like a sack full of gold?
Oh, it's a sack full of gold.
Oh my god, this is not in a
Okay.
safe location.
It's really not, no.
Oh, I tuck it like under her bed because it feels a bit gauche to put it under my own bed. Oh, and there's like nothing on the note that would give any indication as to where she's going. That's too much to ask for, I suppose.
Make me a perception check. Let's see
Come on,
how well.
perception.
Let's see how well you kind of take in the note rather than its contents.
Sure would be nice if you had an investigator with you.
Nim, you
Oh, if
cannot. You
only.
do not gather any clues from this note.
Oof.
Can I potentially try to check maybe like has she taken all of her clothing? Because it may give me some indication as to where she has gone if she's only taken like warm weather or cold weather clothing.
A majority of her belongings are gone. There's no sort of like obvious clues from what belongings are gone. It's like someone packed a to-go bag.
Gotcha. All right. Well, I will go back to the front and open the door. And just say, she's not home. It looks like she has left and maybe gone for some time. But I suppose everyone can come in. Just please don't break anything. I'll put on some tea.
I pick up Ray from a hip and like, don't break anything before I put it down. Meh.
It's a very nice apartment.
Oh no.
Will, can I make a perception check or anything, like an actual investigation thing, just to try and maybe gather some clues as to how long it's been since anyone's here?
Would you like to pursue a lead?
I would.
Yeah. Then go ahead.
So now, pursue a lead, I get +2 on a perception check.
That's still +2.
Damn.
For a 30.
Damn.
Some like tense music starts playing and Chip starts scanning the room.
So based on the timeline that you have, Chip, from the papers and from based
Level
on like
dust.
the timeline that you have, and looking around the area, you can tell that this probably would have been the night before. You can like get it with that critical success. You can get it to the point where this would have been cleaned out the night before her father was murdered.
Now, let's not draw conclusions. That does not straight lead to her killing her father. She could have learned of a threat against her family and moved to have them leave the city and gone with them, and things went wrong. This is interesting, but it is no more than circumstantial evidence and speculation, yes. We have no hard evidence of anything.
All right. Professor, if I could have you for a moment, and I'll take you and you alone into Gwen's bedroom. Just to minimize the amount of strangers in her bedroom.
I promise you I will be discreet and non-intrusive.
Of course. Thank you.
Chip, I'm going to keep your perception check for this because it's still part of like the crime scene you're investigating.
I do have one specific question, Will.
That's odd.
Well, that, and actually a second thing, does she have like any bookshelves in her room?
She does not have any bookshelves in her room.
Damn it. I was hoping there'd be like one, you pull it, secret panel.
One odd thing about the room is a large sack of gold hidden under the bed.
Aha!
That's my money.
Oh, well, there goes my clue.
Wait, no.
You know, I heard about this local Lutonian shop.
I do have a question, Will.
Yes.
Just because I'm determined to find some sort of secret panel or level. Does anything in the room have an unusual amount of wear and tear on it, like it's been handled a lot, and that's unusual?
Did you really just rephrase "that's odd"?
No.
That's unusual.
I didn't even realize you did that.
There is a chair in the room. There is a chair in a room that has an odd amount of wear and tear on it.
In what capacity? Like, someone sat in it a lot, or it's been scraped along the floor a lot? Like where's the wear and tear?
Along the back of it. There's sort of like pressure marking. Perhaps like a rope or something.
I was afraid of that.
Oh, has someone been tied to this chair? Can I do a really tight investigation to not find like fibers or something?
Make me a perception check.
Sure. Oh, that's not great. Well, plus 15 with the
With the +2,
Pursuit.
unfortunately, you're not able to identify the rope fibers, but you can confirm that's definitely a rope marking.
All right, so there's two possible conclusions to draw from this. One, someone was tied to this chair, or two, there's something a little going on in here.
Well, I don't mean to cast aspersions about my friend, but what she does in her private time with rope is, frankly, her business.
I am not making any judgment calls. Sometime I should tell you about a scene I found that involved a bowl of avocado dip, a bag of marbles, and a penguin mask.
You know what? I have time.
I am.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Will, do you know what I'm
scared.
referencing?
Yeah, Chip, you got a hero point from chat, but I'm also going to give you a hero point for that fabulous Monster Prom reference.
I got that
I-
ending, and it was
Oh.
great. I love Polly so much.
hate what's going on here.
But that's what you find in that room. Nim, do you show him the note?
And you can confirm this is her handwriting?
No, I'm asking Nim if she shows the note.
Oh,
Yes,
sorry.
yes,
Yes?
I absolutely.
All right. Chip, make me a perception check. See if you can glean any clues.
All right, and I have an extra hero point now, so who knows? 28 if this is still the same investigation.
It's still the same investigation. The top of the note has been ripped off. Like it was taken off of a notepad, but like on the direct bottom of it, like just for like just on the thinnest margin for the rip, you can see what appears to be like a slim outline of sorts. It's very reminiscent of the sort of sign that was on top of the restaurant that she bought. Like,
Sorry, say that again?
So you know how like on stationery they'll have like a thing written at the top like Holiday and Best
Oh.
Western.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, like,
it's like a very
letterhead.
thin line of the letterhead that is very similar to the restaurant that Gwendolyn owns.
Now, question for both for Will and I suppose for Nim at this point. Is there a pad of paper around here like that in the apartment?
There's not.
So, and I doubt she would have like one of those things from a restaurant just lying around necessarily. So it's possible she wrote this note at the restaurant. So that might be our next location, which would have made sense anyway.
Yeah, that's a good idea. We should check the restaurant, see if maybe anyone has seen her. Or knows
I mean,
her.
yeah, like first thing you do when you're looking for someone is go to the places they usually are and see if anyone knows anything.
Yeah.
Do you know anything?
Nim, you know that she kept a spare key in the apartment.
A spare key to the restaurant?
Yep.
All right. Do I know where in the
Yes.
apartment it is?
She showed
Okay.
it's in your key. You guys have like this like really nice sort of like key bowl at the entryway.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love those.
How quaint.
And like beside it there's like this like large like green pastel painted spear. It's just purely decorative, but it's like
Wait, pastel painted spear? Like a stabby spear?
no, like a spear.
Oh,
Like a decorative spear.
Oh, spear.
Sphere.
Oh, like a
sphere.
little globe. Okay.
a
Yeah.
globe, an orb.
I heard spear with a hard P and not
I
spear
also did.
with a soft
Wow.
PH.
It might be your mic.
And it's probably just me mispronouncing things. But yeah, that's what you guys get.
Well, let's quickly drink this lovely tea then, and be on our way.
Nim drinks the now cold tea and invites everyone to Vamonos.
Ray, while
must
they're
say-
in the other room, is there
Oh.
anything you'd like to get up to?
I'd like to just start knocking down anything that seems expensive on the floor, like a cat.
There's
I'll,
like
I'll chase Ray and try and counter whatever she does.
Oh boy, are we gonna have dueling athletics or acrobatics?
oh no, I'm just letting that scene be what gets played out. So like every now and then you'll hear like the start of a thud, but you'll see her. Oh, I got it! Oh, I got it!
Ray's just like, what's this? Drops it. Okay, moving on.
Oh no!
Oh
You just-
no!
You just hear
Oh,
a stack
the
of books
expensive.
falling down.
Lynx is just like, oh no, stop. Sips tea.
Stop.
The
Don't.
stack of books does get Cassandra distracted as she puts them in like Dewey Decimal System. Like she puts them back in the proper way.
Oh, it's all Nim's textbooks, but one of the books, there's also a book there that like Ellassandra left on the stack for Nim to read.
So she was at my apartment.
She was at the apartment at some point, but like that's like a book she left on your stack of like textbooks for you to read like ages ago. It's like this like kind of smutty novel that she wanted you to read through.
Ooh.
I go, oh, put that back.
Like you know how like friends will like share like, oh, this is a good smut. Here you go, friend. Read this.
Is it the sweaty minotaur?
No.
Is it? No, it's well, it's
What?
Tusk Love.
Oh no, it's not.
classic.
That book does not exist.
All
Um,
right.
I had to make my reference.
Yeah, that's fine. You can make it. It's
Enough. Let's be gone. Let us be gone.
The case is afoot.
it
The
is.
case is afoot. Or a paw.
Yes.
So where would you guys like to
Yeah.
head next?
Restaurant.
Hey Ray, you want to get something to eat?
Like here?
No, we can go to a restaurant.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go to a restaurant. Wink.
What a convincing argument. Oh, God.
It'll probably work for Ray. Yeah, you guys can make your way there.
I don't
Once
want
again.
to feel like we're ignoring her. Ray has a very specific use, and she has a very specific skill set.
What, intimidation?
Intimidation?
It's
Breaking
funny
things?
you should say that.
Child rearing.
It is funny you should say that, because as you guys are making your way to the restaurant, in front of the doors are a couple of town's guard.
Oh, no, don't attack them.
They're kind of just standing out there, like, they appear to just be, like, standing outside. Like, they appear to be your basic sort of beat patrol people. Outside with, like, spears and a crossbow.
I give them like a very official nod and walk by, like, because I'm not doing anything wrong.
They put the spears over the door. Sorry, ma'am.
Oh,
Active
Classic.
crime scene.
Who died?
No one in there. We're looking for the proprietor, and our detectives
Okay, so it's
are
not a crime scene. Go.
You're
taking a
looking
look.
for the proprietor.
Yes.
May I inquire into the nature of this crime?
Oh, no crime. It's just that her father had passed away, and we wish to talk to her, but she's yet to be found.
Ah, yes.
Again, so it's not a crime scene. I don't think you know the real term for crime scene.
Listen,
You
Yeah,
we
keep
were
using
just
that word.
we were
You
just
did say
told
active crime scene.
our bosses just told us to not let people in while they looked around.
Oh, they're in there right now.
Well, they're on their way.
So they're not here. You're an idiot.
It's still.
So you said while they looked around, so
Yes,
they're not there to
but
look
we
around
were
right
told to
now.
not
So
let-
technically,
Would someone like to
I
make?
will.
Yes.
Will,
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
sure. How distracted are the guards? Like, is their focus entirely on them?
Yeah, their focus is entirely on them right now. Oh no.
Lynx is gonna try to stealth past.
Make me a stealth check.
While he's rolling that, Will, I have a question.
I have
Are
an
there
answer.
windows at the exterior of this? Can we see inside?
Oh, there's a variety of windows and things. That, in fact, there's one window that you just see Lynx
Ooh.
slip into.
I'm going to just I'm going to put up my hands like that's fine. Walk around the other side of the building, I assume, like
Mhm.
out of the eyesight of the guards.
Mm-hmm.
And seeing as Lynx got in there, I'm going to pull out the where is this thing? The lapis sphere eon stone that's in the Wayfinder,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to use the built-in spell that lets me use dimension steps. And I like to think that as Chip opens this up, almost like sort of like a pocket watch, looks at it, he just sort of disappears in a flurry of book pages that just sort of flow through a tiny crack in the window inside, and then in another storm of pages, he just kind of reappears standing there and then snaps the thing closed.
That hits the guard.
Yeah, I just punch.
That hits the guard. He goes
I mean,
down.
it's a good distraction. Oh,
he
He
goes
goes down!
They are literally 5 hit point city guards.
I hungry.
Ray, you technically have another 2 actions if you'd like to try to punch the other one.
Ray, want chicken nugget?
You critically hit that guard,
Oh my god!
and they crumple down. Thank goodness
hungry.
there's no massive
Killing him
damage
instantly.
rules. Thank goodness there's no massive damage rules in PF2, because that would have been enough to just instantly
Ray would
kill
have
him.
slaughtered 2 men with just her fists.
All right, she got
Take
free
your
from the
eyes
dagger.
out.
I just opened the door from the other side. Oh, Ray, yes, drag them inside if you would.
Oh,
Just put the close sign in the door.
Oh,
Did
this
no
escalates
one
so quickly.
see my last move?
yeah,
Lynx-
I saw.
Lynx
Also-
overhears what the professor's telling her and just...
My damage 9 piercing for my
Well,
dagger.
you critically failed to
Yeah.
attack them, so it doesn't
I
work.
imagine like
You
as
fully
Ray,
missed their eye and just got like a lock of hair.
I imagine as Ray goes for the stab, Nim will kind of like grab them to stop them from murdering this card.
Like, fully grab them under the arms with all 10 of my strength and just...
Also,
I
I'll
thought
pick
we
Ray up
wanted
and put her
it.
back on my hip and be like, no.
Ray, I'm curious because you delivered such a solid blow. Where did you punch these guys?
Oh no.
In the gut.
Thank you.
Well, no,
Right in the thorax.
I mean it's the right height for it. Just an uppercut to
Maybe
the stomach.
one in the throat.
Leaped up.
Use the
For
momentum
fun,
from the
yeah.
first punch to launch themselves to the throat punch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, just for fun.
Yeah, there you
Tiger
go.
uppercut.
Yeah. Like a Reiko punch,
Professor?
anyway.
Professor, I don't suppose you can stabilize them, maybe?
They're fine. They'll wake up later.
Yeah, I can easily stabilize them. I don't even need to stab them with the gauntlet because I don't want to leave any weird
If
marks.
you want, you can make a medicine check to stabilize them, but stabilize them in a way where they won't wake up for a while.
Assurance.
Perfect. You're good.
I am so good at medicine, guys.
All right, let us investigate this.
Oh, does anyone have any sort of detect magic anythings or
I can detect magic and read aura.
it could be useful, you never know.
Yeah, I'll do that just in case.
I'll attempt to make Ray some chicken nuggets to keep her, like...
Aww.
Pacified.
Or an
Yeah.
absolute godsend.
Luckily, that's on the child's menu here, so they have some chicken McNuggets.
God.
They are
What kind of
shaped-
sauce do they come with?
they're shaped in like fun shapes of like dinosaurs and spell tomes and things.
What's a dinosaur?
And like there's like a little chest at like the front. Dinosaurs exist. They actually are still alive. There's like a little spell chest. There's like a little chest in the front, like beneath like where like where the host would be, where there's like some like little toys and things as well.
Awful.
I'll hand her a couple of those.
Cute.
It's like
What kind of
dollar store
sauce?
Mardi Gras beads and like whistles and things.
That is an important
Hey.
I
question.
do not give her the whistles.
Yeah.
What kind of sauce are we talking about?
Because I'm from where I am, they have a really nice honey dill.
Oh.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
You're killing me, Will. You're killing
I
me.
know I am.
Oh.
They also have this like surprisingly nice like little Parmesan sauce that they have. It's like a
Okay.
Parmesan with a little bit of kick to it.
Parmesan sauce.
Parmesan.
And then they also have this like thing called like the last dab, but that's really spicy.
A 29 perception if this is the insane investigation.
29 perception. Chip, as you're wandering around the restaurant, you'll eventually make it to Gwen's office. It's on the lower floor of the building. It's like on the main floor behind the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll notice with the 29, you'll notice that like one of the walls is a little bit too close to the room than it should be. And yeah, as you kind of go looking around those walls, there's like a number of like art pieces there and stuff. As you're tapping on it, you can hear like behind like one of like the large sort of like scroll-sized paintings is like an empty space. Like not like your hand goes through it, but it's hollow.
Nim.
I'm already tailing you.
Oh, watch the actual tail, please.
Of course. Sorry.
Is there any picture on this particular section of the wall, like a framed photo? Or anything?
Well, there's several frame photos there. It looks to be like a sort of like board of just like photographs and drawings. Specifically, there is actually one, Nim, you'll remember it quite fondly. It's like you and her in the park together that you guys had like drawn of you two.
Is it caricature or their heads gigantic?
No, it's like a classy drawing. It's like,
Tasteful.
it's tasteful.
We like paste.
It's
A
like an actual like art.
caricature.
It's like an actual like artist was like painting a painting of the area, and the girls were like, "Oh, but we want to sit there and enjoy our picnic," and they were just like, "Okay, I'll just add you to my painting, and here you guys can have a copy of it now that I've done it for like 10 gold."
That's so sweet.
He was definitely hitting on Gwen, but
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't?
who wouldn't?
Is there Oh, oh,
Go for it.
I was just gonna say, is there any like now that I found that there's something odd about this wall, that's odd.
There is
Can
a sort
I-
of dust marking around the painting of Nim and Gwen.
I try and lift it off the wall gently.
As you do, you see a sort of switch.
Nim, why don't you do the honors?
The
Yes,
wall
the boot.
begins to kind of shimmer a bit,
Oh,
and then it just condenses into like a small, like foot-sized wall. It goes from full wall to mini wall.
do the pictures fall off, or
The
do they
pictures shrink
miniaturize as
with
well?
it.
Oh. What is on the other side?
A stairwell going down.
Oh, not a pole. I'm disappointed.
Uh,
This isn't
No.
this is a classy
This is what I'm
establishment.
talking about.
No, I mean like the bat pole.
No, it's like a
I know.
stairway.
I'm imagining like a fireman's pole and everything.
Yeah.
Just Gwendolyn fully just being super secret agent.
How would she get out?
She would
Go up the
climb.
Upper body strength.
I imagine she has great abs.
I also imagine she has great abs.
Are you going to alert the rest of the party before you go down, or are you and Nim going to keep going down yourselves?
I think I'm just gonna go down by myself with the chip.
Well, if you want to go first, I'm going to just check on the rest of the party. Lynx, would you mind helping me drag the guards behind the counter?
He is. Ray has brought them inside already, hasn't she?
Yeah.
I believe so.
He is already on it. There is a bit of a questionable method to all of this, but you can kind of see that he is given them two halves of the minor health potions he can make,
Mhm.
and then put the last two charges of his chloroform over the guards' mouths. So they are taken care of.
They are taken
and they
care
are
of.
out of sight.
They are out of sight
Yeah.
and out of mind.
And Chip just goes to the door and makes sure the "we're closed" sign is flipped out. That will probably only slow people down for like a second, but you never know.
Fantasy chloroform.
I just let everyone know that we have found possibly an underground lair, and I imagine it might be good for either if you want to come down and investigate or to keep watch up here, because there may not be an exit down there. So we don't want to be trapped down there when they're, the whole police force arrives, perhaps. Well,
It'll
I'm
be
off.
fine.
Alrighty.
Famous last words. I head down after Nim.
Alright, so Nim, you'll be the first one to get down there. As you are walking down, here's what you'll notice. The stairwell will shrink to like a very singular like stairway. As you reach the bottom, there is a large sort of opening. Beside that opening is a large sort of switch, like a lever. Would you like to pull it?
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
Alright. So you pull it up, and then like you just hear a sort of like light humming of magic as a number of dancing lights appear throughout this very large basement. And it is crazy. In the center of the room, there's like a large map of the city with like a 3D map of the city
Ooh.
with like sticks and like pins in it. To like the right side of the room, there's like a literally like half a wall sized area that's just like, you know that conspiracy theory meme?
Uh-huh.
It's that.
Oh, of Charlie Day
Yeah.
from Always Sunny. God.
Yeah. It's that. It's like everything's connected. It is that except logical. To the left side, there is a number of like workout machine. There's like a number of like workout equipment and stuff, including a salmon ladder. Because you're not a vigilante unless you have a salmon ladder in your secret hideout.
Is that how that works?
Yes.
I don't know what a salmon ladder is.
So it's the thing where you have a metal bar and like a number of notches where you use your upper body strength to put the metal bar out of the notches and into the next notch up.
God damn, Gwen.
Yeah.
Why are
I
you
truly-
so good?
I cannot stop
Damn.
thinking about food, so I truly thought that Will said nachos all 3 times.
Great.
Amazing.
Iconic.
I noticed the board with the pictures and all the string and everything, and I turn to Nim and I say, would you kindly go look at that and see if you recognize anything?
Nim can do that after I finish describing the room.
Yeah.
Oh, fair enough.
There is, to like the northern area, a large sort of like range where there's like a number of dummies set up, and there's like an bow and arrow that was there that looks to be like a practice bow and arrow. There's like a large workshop area, and as you're looking around that, there's a number of like sort of semi-magical, semi-technological devices there. And in the very like large like back area of the room is a sort of glass case with a mannequin in it that is blank.
Her costume rack.
Yeah. And like as you're looking at now, all of like the lights in this room are like a nice soft red, and it's very themed.
Of course it is. Of course it's themed.
Yeah.
Oh, I adore this girl, but she is in such deep shit if anyone finds this room.
It also does look like there has
Burn
been a
it!
struggle in this room recently.
Oh, someone already found it.
Crap.
Uh-oh.
Burn the room.
As you guys begin investigating down here, our friends upstairs will hear from outside. I thought we
Who is
told those.
upstairs?
I thought we told those two to stay. I thought we told those two to stay outside. Oh, come along, Vanessa. Things might be going a little bit up
Who the
here.
hell is
It's like-
Vanessa?
Up. All right, Manny. Let's make sure we're ready to go.
I turn to Ray and I'm like, okay, I usually don't say this, but get ready to punch just in case.
Or Ray reaches in her satchel of hoboness and pulls out the matches from the very first episode.
Oh my god.
Oh no. Okay.
It goes, we burn it down.
We are going, Nim, you and I are going to be buried under collapsing, burning rubble. Nice knowing you.
And she throws it on the floor.
I stomp it out and I'm like, no. Friends are in the basement. Friends are in the basement.
But the doors
Okay.
should be unlocked.
Is the-
One more. We got like 9 of these in here.
The door begins to open, and we jump back down to the
Punch them right.
basement.
I'm so glad we have so much time to look around here, don't you, Nim?
Punch them right.
Burn it all to the
They said
floor.
that the
That's
boss is
right.
coming. We need to go quickly.
Punch them right.
Punch
I
who?
try and just grab everything I can off the board. The
Okay.
conspiracy board.
Both of you make me perception checks to see if you can grab relevant info quickly.
Wait, where are they?
Lynx will also try to help out.
They're opening
Oh,
the
our
door.
friends, they're in the downstairs somewhere.
Okay, Ray walks
Nat
over
20
to the
from
door
Lynx.
and opens it and goes, hello.
Damn, Lynx.
Okay, we'll get back to that in a second, Ray. I just want to see what everyone rolled.
Lynx,
Yeah,
if
y'all.
I may add flavor to it, Lynx very clearly has done stuff like this before. He is very quickly wrapping up as gently and as quickly any piece of information that he can find that looks relevant.
Yeah, that definitely does it. Ray, as you open the door, before you are 2 humans. The one of which is a female with sort of blonde hair and brown eyebrows, kind of short.
Hello.
And the male is averagely chiseled. Has a little bit of a more olive skin tone to him. And the second you open the door, both of them are just like hands onto their weapons, and they just like say,
Child.
Hello. Nothing suspicious
Gwendolyn
here.
Buka?
He closes the door. Nothing suspicious here. Close.
Do you lock the door as well?
No.
Okay.
No,
Cassandra
no,
will reach over and lock it.
no, Miss Buka not here. No,
Miss
no.
Buka
no.
not here.
They just start knocking on the door. Gwendolyn Buka, we have a warrant to speak with you.
a rat, a lady, another lady, a man, and then me.
And yeah, at that moment,
I'm
you
not
guys
there.
will come back upstairs.
Gwendolyn, I think she's dead.
Do you guys close the entryway before you head out?
Yes.
Yes.
Cool.
Yes.
Yes.
I make
The
sure
door
she's
is locked.
hidden. I want it. I actively try to make it look like there is nothing strange going on.
Make
in
me a
that room.
deception check.
Okay.
Let's see
I'll-
how
Can
well.
I help?
Yep, you can assist if you'd like. Let's see how well you cover the tracks.
23.
Nice.
Oh.
Chip, do you want to attempt to assist?
I'm gonna use one of my extraneous hero points for that.
I'd recommend it.
My lucky number 8.
Technically a 10
Woof.
because this is your investigation.
Does that work for deception?
I believe so. I don't know. Either way,
Why
you
not?
won't succeed in helping her, but
Okay.
it's good. You think you hide it pretty well. So these two sort of people are.
Just before they come in, Will?
They're still kind of at the door. It's like, maybe we should
Okay.
wait for the boss. They're kind of just like questioning it.
I just turn to the group. We're all employees. We just came here for our paycheck.
Or we go through the back now.
Okay. Well, I'm just
Back
saying, if we
door.
get caught, that's our cover story.
I agree.
Okay.
Back door. Let's go.
Back door now. Ray. There's food that way.
Are we not burning? Is the matches a no?
We'll give you something to burn later. We promise.
Yes, I pinky promise.
Okay. I
Um,
want to be the last one out.
Of course.
as
Why do you want to
guys-
be the last one out, Ray?
Ray's the last one out.
Why do you want to be the last one out, Ray?
She's the last of us.
As you guys are exiting the back door, down the alleyway that the back door exits to, there are two figures standing there.
Oh, of course they would be.
One of them is an older looking man with sort of like gray hair and chiseled features. He has a heavy crossbow strung along his back. It's like, wait, hey, hold there! Lutania crime scene investigation! And then the other one there beside him is a more gangly fellow with sort of like brown hair. Chip, you'd recognize him. He is a member of the Lutanian Guard who does sort of writing, who does a fair amount of writing about his exploits and creates a sort of like book series about it. Their name is Thackeray Vorares. And
I'm a big fan. I
now,
wanna
you
burn
guys, I need everyone to roll initiative.
Oh,
Wait, what if I just say it's okay? We're supposed to be here very convincingly.
As
I want to burn it
as
down.
we start a skills challenge.
Oh.
don't
Let's,
forget to click your figures.
Yep.
Oh,
let's see how well you guys can
Oh.
evade the cops.
woohoo!
Oh, I tapped my token.
I got you, Lynx.
That's weird.
Oh,
Maybe it's because it's in a different window.
it might be. You got a 25.
Why
Yes,
does
sir.
no one ever let me burn down the
And then
town?
I'm going to say,
It almost sounded like a song.
I'd watch that musical.
We didn't start the fire.
Yeah.
It was Ray.
It was Ray every time.
It
Alrighty.
was always Ray every single day.
so first
Right,
up,
and it's not
Nim,
fire.
there are two
Write that down, write
LCIS
that down.
agents at the end of the thing. You can hear the other two are beginning to run around to catch up with all of you. What would you like to do?
Sorry, we're a friend of the bereaved.
Okay.
We just came in, but there were guards asleep on the floor, and I couldn't find my friend anywhere.
We should have poured alcohol on the passed out guards.
Hope you didn't say that out loud.
No.
I didn't hurt anyone.
Make me a deception check.
Woo.
I hurt no one and did nothing
28.
wrong to
Right,
no
these
one.
two do not appear to be approaching you at that. It's like, oh, well, is the owner in there? We just want to ask them a few questions, the younger one will
He's
say.
dead.
The older one appears to be kind of questioning you still. And then we go to Chip.
Who
Chip, seeing possibly the continuing problem this other fellow is going to attempt an intimidation check to try and I'm just trying to give him a stinky rat eye because I have intimidating glare.
Okay.
And I just want him to back off.
Make me
The
an
tiny
intimidation
rat
check to
is
see if
trying
you
to be
can
intimidating.
scare this.
I mean, I got big incisors, man. I got them rat teeth.
Let's
He's
see
got
if you can.
like a gun and needle fingers. I'll buy that he's intimidating.
I don't
you
need
say
force of
so.
personality when I have a gun.
May I interest you in
A
this
gun.
gun?
Roll
That
your
makes me think of the
intimidation check.
the Kermit image where he's got a gun and he says, "Behold, the most powerful spell
Jesus
of all. Are you ready to meet God?"
29 intimidation.
The two guards there, like once again, the older guard kind of is hard to read. He seems a little bit more steeled, but he looks as though he's more worried about the other 3 guards he has with them than himself. So he's kind of like telling him to back off and saying, like, "I'll take care of this one. You get out of there. Go get the other. Go get the others." And like the younger guard will run off, and now it's just this older one here. Lynx, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
So what did my check accomplish?
It got him to get the other guard away. So now there's only one here.
That seems like a negative result.
It does seem like a negative result.
Now there's a ticking clock.
Will, I have a question.
I have an answer.
If I set the jade statue on the ground,
Yep.
and it reverts, can I? It's not like a summoning item, right? It's the statue itself.
Yes, it's the statue itself. So you would lose it if you lose the item.
Okay. I have nothing in my bag of tricks, so Lynx is just gonna say that we're just here to get our paychecks. I need to eat,
Make a
and the
deception
boss
check.
is nowhere to be found. You know, for someone with a +0 modifier, that's not bad.
Unfortunately, it's
No.
not a success though.
I'm not surprised.
The older gentleman will kind of bring out their like heavy crossbow and say, "Okay, I just need all of you to please just stand there. Like, listen, I don't want to have to chase after you. I'm too old for this stuff."
Oh god, is he a day away from retirement?
Ray, you're up.
Oh boy.
Run, Ray, run.
Ah.
What would you like to do? There's a guard. There's one guard at the end of this alleyway. You guys have a clear escape route to your other way. What would you like to do?
I want to do something dumb.
Do it.
Now, dumb compared to what you normally do, or
Are we?
No judgment.
Are we like right outside the exit? Like the door's right behind us?
The door is right behind you.
Okay. I'm gonna burn it.
Oh my god.
All right, Ray, you throw some fire in there.
Yeah.
Make me a athletics check just to see how much damage you can cause to like get the fire going.
21.
That is a success. Now the agents appear to be in full like preserve the crime scene mode. Cassandra,
Now yell, "My name is Gwendolyn!" and I run away.
Oh my god.
it's your turn, Ray. It's your turn, Abby. Cassandra.
You know,
Dun, dun, dun,
let me take a quick look at my you know what? Why not? Oh lordy, here we go. Cassandra's not very proud of this moment, but she's going to look at the soldiers and be like, "I think you want to let us go. Otherwise, my boyfriend, the Emperor of the Opal Empire, will be very cross, and we don't want to make this an international ordeal, do we?"
The
My
Emperor requested-
boyfriend, the
Roll for
Emperor of the
diplomatic.
Opal
Roll for
Empire?
diplomatic immunity.
You will address me by my husband's rank.
Oh no! That's a critical
The
failure.
Emperor
Oh no!
requested-
Cassandra, you have a hero
Hero-
point. You have a hero point.
Hero
You have
point. Yeah, I'm
two.
gonna hero point that. I'm hero pointing that.
Okay,
I've got 2
please.
hero points to use.
Yeah,
so
use
why
it.
not?
Come
That's
on,
what I'm
that's a
saying.
natural one.
Oh. I mean,
Unfortunately, a 19 is not a success.
No, I'm hero pointing it one more time. I've got one more hero point.
Okay.
You sure do.
Please burn.
So I don't think you can. You hero point a hero point.
We'll let her.
What if your 5% chance to roll anything?
You
Oh
see,
my
that would have been
God.
that to get that sort of number combination right there. That would have been a 5-star in Genshin that we just wasted. Anyway,
Shut up.
so
can I, as a
Cassandra,
free action, turn to Cassandra and just go, "Oh, I didn't know you put a label on it."
yes.
Ooh.
Here's what happens. You can see that this person
I've
is
got the ring.
visibly. He becomes visibly sort of angered. Perhaps something in their past has something to do. Maybe like they have some like chiseled backstory where like their family was destroyed by an Opal Empire cartel or something, and they did that. You don't know, but the second you meet, say, Opal Empire, this person wants you and they want you captured. They're rushing the party. As they do, the other 3 get to the end of the alleyway and they start rushing you all as well. Nim, what would you like to do?
Oh dear.
You guys almost had it, but that critical failure. There's you guys have the building is on fire, but you guys have the empty alleyway. Like you guys go down the other way down the alleyway, and that's still clear.
Well, I guess we're
responded to my
just
message
gonna
yet, by
have
the way.
to.
Yeah. I think it's time to run. I just say, well, it was worth a try, and just fucking book it.
Okay. Make me a athletics check to see how well Nim can keep up the pace.
I do have a question, Will.
18, not bad.
Mhm.
It's not a success. But
What's the recharge on my Remnant of the Author?
It's 1 minute, so you could use it again if you wanted to.
Excellent.
So Nim, you're not an athletic person, but
no, I'm not.
you're doing your best.
That 18 is about as good as it's gonna get.
Exactly. Chip, it's your turn.
Chip is going to tap his spectacles as Remnant of the Author, and he's just going to pull kind of massive ink away from them, and then his hand is going to be full of caltrops,
Ooh,
Oh.
I like
which
it.
he's then going to throw in the path of anyone who would be pursuing us, kind of creating a field between us and anyone pursuing
You
us.
know, for cleverness, I'm not even going to make you roll. That can just be a success.
Right.
Yeah.
And then Chip, the rat, is going to say, "Cheese it!" and run.
Cheese it!
Lynx, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
Is it possible to use, like, on the fly, use an alchemical reagent to make a detonator for a plague bomb?
Yeah, if you
Oh,
wanted to.
jeez. Chemical
I would
warfare.
like to, on the fly, craft a detonator for a plague bomb. If I can ever find it in my character sheet, because I'm stupid.
Perfect. That's a success.
I'm going to place said bomb by the caltrops, and once we are out of range, I will detonate it.
All right. You guys can all get out of range, and you do so. And now it's not only caltrops, but it's also poison. Ray, you have set fire to a building. You guys are running down an alleyway to escape the local law enforcement. What would you like to do? I mean, it's something Ray's used to doing.
We're cheesing it. We're cheesing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we just keep running.
Yeah. If you want, you can make me an athletics, or if you want to like put another obstacle in their path somehow, you can do that too.
I don't really have anything like that.
I mean, could always corgi them.
No.
I think we used the corgi, I think.
Yeah, but you bought a
Yeah.
new
Did
corgi
we get a
too.
new corgi?
You got.
Oh, yeah, we did.
Would you like to use a hero point to re-roll that?
Nah.
Okay. So yeah, Ray's going
We
a
are
little
towards
bit.
the end of the night.
Ray's starting to run off, and like one of the LCIS agents will just fire one of their crossbows, and the arrow will go right into Ray's knee, hobbling them a bit.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Cassandra,
I shall
it's your
never
turn.
be an adventurer.
Why not? I'm a memories of rage the nearest motherfucker, and
Oh,
hope hope he fails and they start attacking each other.
Okay. Okay, I don't actually have stats for them, so I'll roll them with a plus. I'll give them a plus 12.
Ooh.
Unfortunately, he's able to save from it. However, he will stand there and do nothing as he the Opal Empire cartel. I need to get revenge for my daughter.
Oh.
Can I hero point that?
No, that's a save.
Oof. Well,
But
I'm
he'll
just
waste
gonna
his
book
turn doing that, so you're good.
I'm gonna book it.
And yeah, you guys can book it as you're making it down towards the end of the alleyway, standing there, waiting for you, and just not in an annoyed way, but just in I was looking for you, saw the fire, thought I should come here, is Gallant Grixley.
Ah, hi.
It's been a while.
Ah! League members, perfect! You've come at the perfect time. We have just gotten intel about a new instrument of woe that is being transported to Magdia as we speak. Please, if you would be
Walk
so
and
kind.
talk.
Yes, let's go. Let's go right now. Let's go. Let's
Walk
go.
and
Let's go.
talk.
Let's go.
Walk
Let's
and
go.
talk.
Yeah, there's a carriage waiting for you guys. You guys are all brought into.
I
A getaway
leap
ride.
into
Great.
it.
Anyone who is aware of what Lynx has done can see him just press a small button as he hops into the carriage.
Okay. And yeah, you guys will ride off in the carriage. And
We'll flatten down, get below the windows.
as you guys are riding off, Gallant says, "We're on our way to the local train station, but first, allow me to introduce a couple of members of the League that we're going to have helping you on your next stretch of your adventure." And as he points towards two figures waiting for you in the carriage, that is where we will end tonight's session.
Woo!
And yeah, there you guys go. Well, that took a turn.
Not the League of Amazing Adventurers evading law enforcement.
Haha.
Let's
I
hope we don't
would
have
never.
Let's
I
hope
feel
that-
like that went about as well as could be expected.
No.
I can agree with that.
I mean,
Point.
yeah, the critical failure is what got you guys on that one, I'm
Yeah.
afraid. But
Yeah.
yeah, otherwise, thank you everyone so much for coming down. I hope you've all enjoyed the stream. A couple of cool things are happening tonight. Number one, next week we're going to be joined by two fabulous guests. And we'll
Ooh.
introduce them as a bit of a surprise for everyone. You guys can
I'm
keep an
so
eye on our
excited.
Twitter for that,
Same.
and we're going to be talking about that during the week. Also, coming up soon, we'll have on Friday nights our 5th edition game with the lovely McKenna in it. We got a lot of crazy stuff. That game is going to be a very JRPG travel-inspired game, so if you look for something a little bit more casual, a little bit more character-focused, even more so than this game is, come and check that one out. And of course, during the week and during other days when I feel like it, I'm going to be continuing my journey through Final Fantasy XIV, as well as Genshin Impact stuff. So keep an eye out for all of that. Whilst we get going on, Shy, I believe you will want to plug something.
Visit my channel.
Nice.
That is true.
It's good advice.
Also, you can find Shy on Instagram at...
Me, shy not shy.
Just keep and stuff.
And yeah, otherwise, I'm going to raid our
Nice.
favorite emergency food tonight. So thank you all so much for coming down, and we will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.
Thank you guys for watching.
We must raid the emergency food.